I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars. I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vaginas, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance. One west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group high for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obrigada for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They rhyme by black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been in proper since the titty bopper. But now I'm rolling off Patron and premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitters and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get through the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spit like a tire, then a beat. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel with igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title. One west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west
Shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me cancer. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking
given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to show you, make sure that you leave them leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
How you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
don't you want the best vertical with the top up?
Yeah.
Stop, bitch, you get in that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's pop up. I know you know why.
Who the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly in Texas. Sisters up behind me, just got it with for his mama. He fucking up them comments, be honest, he seen decent though.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. Fat, he ain't looking too good, his knees is kinda slow. I asked him why the struggle, he got stuck up for his bundle. But them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
Blood, yo. Shalom, Israel. We the Israelite School of Universal Prep. The line is coming out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. This is the Wednesday night biblical law class, and we're going to the Bible, man. Teach our brothers and sisters of Israel the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible, man.
Right.
That this is the only way to take the kingdom, man. That is the only way to love God.
Right.
We're going to start it off, man. Let me get on real fast. Just, some of these powerful scriptures, man. Deuteronomy 28:1 real fast. Title of the night's class is Breaking God's Law is Making Him Your Enemy. I got it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Stop. Right there, man, is one of the most important, very important things that we need to observe. That's what we're not doing. and not hearkening ourselves to the voice of the Lord thy God. Go ahead.
To observe and
What?
to observe,
What?
to observe
Go ahead.
and to do all his commandments.
Say it one more time.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
See, that cuts off the Christian church, man. God never done away with the law. It's all through the Bible. We need to observe and to do all his commandments. Christianity have us putting up commandments not to do them, man. I mean, because that's not the house of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We are Israelite School of Universal Practice Knowledge, and we go strictly by the Bible, man.
Right.
That's why we say we ain't affiliated with no other group in this world.
Right.
We are God's prophets, priests and prophets, man. We keep it 100 with the Bible and everything that he said. We hearken diligently into the voice of the Lord thy God in the school, man. If your church ain't doing that, which it ain't, you need to get out of there, man.
Right.
Christianity is poisoning us, man, destroying us. Every religion is destroying us because religion is man-made. God gave the Israelites law, statutes, and commandments to keep. That's it. Never gave us religion. The day that you win Christianity in church is the first thing you go wrong. Sabbath day is Saturday, man. So if you observe all the commandments, you will see the mistakes that you're making in Christian church. You need to stop loving a lie. Go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
What?
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
So we're not on high. On high means we want for nothing. We're not doing bad. We're not broke. We're not in a project. We're not on dope. We don't have to sell drugs. When you put on high, man, you good. You don't want for nothing. And we're not on high because we're not observing these commandments, man. Thanks to your Christian church, man. You tell you that the laws are done away with. You know what I'm saying? The whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments, man. His commandments is the law. You gotta understand that, man. We destroy from that lack of knowledge. Listen to religion. We need to listen to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Home of the truth, under commandment, general your heart. The only place you're gonna find the truth, words of the Most High. So Christianity is setting you up for a downfall, and any other religion is setting you up for a downfall. Drop down, give me 28 and 15. See what it's like. Go ahead.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Above what?
Above all nations of the earth.
That sounds like racism.
Come on,
God,
come.
that's only for one people.
Come on, come.
Read it again.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So that's another cut to Christianity and Islam and Christian church saying God loves everybody, man. There's 18 nations in the world. God said he'll put us on high above all nations. You know what I'm saying? But your Christian church will never teach you that because they ain't Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Right.
They ain't the home of the truth, man.
Right.
You serve Christianity, man. You serve a seasoned Mojia, a white devil. That is not God. God is a black man. The Israelites are black. We are the Jews that the Bible speaks about, man. That's why they call themselves Jewish, man. They fakes, man. We get on Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Come on, come. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Say what?
if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
You know what Christianity got going?
come.
They tell you that it's okay to be a homosexual. God said you can't. They tell you not to hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, man. They're destroying us, man. Leave religion alone. Come to the ICBK. Go ahead.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Shall I do that from the top?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee. All these curses shall come upon thee.
AIDS.
All these curses shall come upon thee.
Homosexuality.
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
We are in the ghettos, man. We in the projects. We broke. We on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? We want for all things from another nation. All these things that we're going through in life, this hardship, is curses that's coming upon us, man, from breaking these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. God said in the first verse that we will be on high if we kept them. But he said we will be cursed if we didn't keep them in 15. That lets you know what we're doing, man. We cursed. We walking around, struggling, starving, getting poisoned, can't even drink water. We gotta go to the white man for everything. Religion, money, food, water, clothes. These are curses, man. We God's chosen people. We are royalty. We're supposed to be on high right now. We're supposed to be running the world, but we're on the bottom because we sin against the Most High. That's all.
It's like, and it's a heavy point what you bringing out, you feel me? Because like the Lord, the Most High tell us to come to him. You see what I'm saying? To listen and to listen diligently to him. You feel me? But we've been so seduced that we want to listen to the oppressor himself.
That's right.
That's why we still vote.
Religion.
Come.
Religion is coming from other nations, man. God ain't give us that, man. We destroy from that lack of knowledge, not believing in the word of God, not knowing that the word of God is all we need, and that there is only one God. We're going to bring it up, man. We're going to show y'all, man, the mistakes that we're making, man. And we are making the Most High our enemy. What is the opposite of love?
Hate.
It's the opposite of hate.
Love.
All right, man. So you cannot say you love God if you're not doing what he said. This is scripture. We're going to bring that out to you, man. Right now, let me get on. We're going to run across that real quick. Give me John 14 and 15 real fast.
Come.
I understand that, man. The opposite of love is hate. So the Most High is going to tell you exactly how to love him. If you're not doing what the Most High says, only other thing you can be doing is hate him. Even though you don't want to, God don't care about that. He tell you what is love in the Bible, man.
Right.
This Bible gives us all the directions that we need to go, man. Every advice that we need is in the Bible, man. They come from our God. You got that?
Come.
Go ahead.
John chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
What?
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
But to say the commandments are done away with, what are we doing? God did never say that. God never said that the commandments are done away with. Christianity did. You know what I mean? So we don't have to keep the law. But yet, they want us to keep the law of tithing. That's all they care about is money. That's all religion and Christianity is about is a hustle. You get that money out the pocket. Know that. One more time, give me 1 John 5 and 3. It's all through the Bible how to love the Most High.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
This is the Most High telling you what it love. The hell with what you think love is. A feeling and the crying and saying you love God.
Right.
Read it again.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So if you're not keeping God's commandments, brothers and sisters, man, we hate the Most High. And when you hate the Most High, he is your enemy, man. So when you break his law, he is the one who is killing you. He is the one who is hurting you. He is the one who is giving you AIDS. He is the one who is giving you corona. He do all these things, man. It's not a bad, not a stroke of bad, not, oh damn, I didn't throw some salt on my shoulder. Or I split the pole. And it's such thing. It's only God and his commandments, man. Either you're going to do them or you ain't. You're going to curse you or bless you, flat out. You got to get out of this hopeless life, man.
It's like, and what you was just bringing out, all the disease and stuff, those things are grievous, not keeping the law.
Right.
Those are the grievous things, you understand? When you sick and you got to take all this medicine and all this pain you in, that's the grievous part of it.
Mm-hmm. Right, man. It's not hard for us to keep the commandments. It's not hard to keep it. That's why I say it's not grievous. It's not hard for us to keep it. You can keep it. You can be perfect. I know, again, Christianity lied to you and told you that you couldn't be perfect. The Most High said you can't. You know what I'm saying? We're going to show you that too, brother. You got to keep it 100 with the Most High. And the only reason we make any mistake because we are not in an Israelite school or universal practice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't sit here and don't have any wisdom. This is where you get your wisdom from.
Right.
True wisdom of the Most High. That's a beautiful thing to have, wisdom. Until you come ahead, you will not have it. Let me get Romans 13 and 1.
Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers.
Say what?
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers.
All right. Every soul is subject to the Most High, man. Go ahead.
For there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
Everything that happens, man, is given from God, man. Nothing happens without Him allowing it, man. Not even your death, man. So we gotta understand who is the power. And damn sure ain't that Caesar Borgia, white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired devil that you see on your wall in your Christian church, man.
Right.
You come out of religion, man. Come out of serving false gods. Come out of all these punishments and plagues and curses that we under, man. The only way we can do that is by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's why the law of Christ is so important, man. We need to understand what we're doing, what mistakes we are making in the world, man. Why we doing so bad, why things ain't working for us, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta realize Satan will bless you too. So when you do things wrong, and it seems like you make it out, especially and go for all our drug dealers, man. Satan is setting you up to pour in more brothers to do that same thing that you're doing. And when you get okay, you're gonna kill us all, man, for doing that. I mean, you're gonna cancel to your brothers, man. You break the law when you're selling drugs, man. You break the law, you're killing your brothers. Once I said love a brother as you love yourself. Killing families just so you can come up. That ain't love. Yeah, we didn't understand the money and everything. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom is. Wisdom of the Most High is, man. You understand what we need to go for in this world, man. Stop trying to do it yourself and let the Most High take care of us. He fight all our battles, man. He give us what we need, whether we know it or not. We don't have to take it and try to make it on our own. Do everything through Christ. You understand what we're doing, because we are making God our enemies trying to do it ourselves, man. You kill your brother, you make God your enemy. God's gonna kill you for that, man. That's why we're dying at a high speed rate in the streets, man. God punishing us. If we're His chosen, He's gonna punish us first before anybody.
Right.
Good Father chastise His kids, and that's what He's doing, man. We should not get punished for breaking the law.
Romans 13 and 1.
Start down 11. No, it's right. You said Romans?
Come.
Proverbs 3 and 11. Hold on, sorry. Sorry, 11. Start down 11. Romans 11, 13 and 11.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Like, these are the last days, bro. But it's hitting the fan, man. We need to understand that, man. The doo-doo is hitting the fan, man. We need to understand what's going on. That's why the world has come to an end of the day. So everything's dying, everybody dying. all these diseases and plagues is coming just like in the days of Pharaoh, man. God is not, he is now showing you his power. We need to take heed and understand when God is working and when Satan is working, when demons are working on us. We need to understand what that is, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to understand what God is working, man. You will never understand nothing if you don't study the scriptures and prove.
Right.
If you don't come into the action, you can't be taught scriptures and breakdowns and how to understand the truth of the Most High gives people. Got that, brother?
Come. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
So I'm saying it's time to wake up, man. We've been asleep long enough. Half of us is already halfway through our life, man. You know, played and partied and jobbed and shut long enough, man. It's time for us to wake up, take heed, to stop these punishments from happening to us and our kids, man. Without us waking up to the truth, like the Most High is telling us to do, our kids are destroyed. So if you don't wake up to the truth, man, you hate the kids too. You're not helping them at all. You hurt them. We are the leaders, man. Our sisters are destroyed because our men ain't leading them, man. We ain't taking that position of leadership that the Most High has given us, man. Our life, our kids, our wives, we as a people are destroyed because we are not accepting knowledge from the Most High, man. That's why I say my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All we want to do is what the right man told us to do, and that's be a sinner like him, man. Gotta stop loving sin and love this truth that the Most High got for us.
Right.
His law, statutes, and commandments are a blessing to every Israelite. You gotta understand what a blessing is, man. This is life. That sin is death, man. Read that again.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Let's not be like the days of Noah. I think the flood is coming, man. Most High let us know. You read these scriptures, he tell you how the end days are going to be. This is why I asked you kids to let me know it's the end days, man. We know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? You need to wake up.
Try to turn some heat on.
You need to get up.
He got called it.
And tap into salvation. Like you really want it, man. Proverbs 3 and 11.
Proverbs 3, verse 11.
This is the problem that we have, man, in the world today, man. Because of Christianity, man, we hate God's law. We hate the fact that you can't do it. Trifling, disgusting prayer. Because we were brought up loving. I'm not denying that I should give and love him and wish that it wasn't a commandment I had to keep. But since the Lord said it, I hearken diligently to that commandment, man. And help with the prayer, man. Help with the knowledge of strength.
Right.
You know what I mean? And hell with weed.
Right.
One thing I wish I didn't have to give up. But I did, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You don't gotta like it, but you gotta do it. It's flat out.
Right.
I mean, that's love. Keep his commandments. You don't say you gotta be happy about it. About the things you had to stop. You learn to love him. He wants you to do it with gladness of heart. And I don't have no problem with loving him. I love him more than anything in this world. So yeah, adios. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it. I mean, it is what it is. I'd rather have him than any of these things that work out to offer. This is how we have to be about the situation, man. There's gonna be some things that you ain't gonna agree with, of course. But do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some things that we don't understand, but do it anyway. Stop questioning the Most High and do what you say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's for your benefit, man. He know better than you. Yeah, they crash tastes good. Sometimes the highs feel good, but the high kill you, man. Crash will kill you, man. They give you diseases, man. That'll shorten their lifespan. A good father don't want that for his kids. He wants his kids to live, even if his kids don't want to live. We brought up a privately and doing so bad in the world, we would kill less of our time. That's why we take chances. Great Russian roulette with our lives, man. Go out here and have sex with 100 people unprotected. Go out here and use drugs, knowing that that could be your last day shooting dope. That could be your last day hitting the pipe. Every time you do something like that, man, it's Russian roulette, man. We don't care because the demons in us is striving to kill us, man. They want to win. And we don't understand that it's a demon trying to kill us, so we just go along with the program, take a chance.
Right.
The job of the demon is to kill you, man, to try you. And ain't all of us, man, unless you know what the most I see you. You know what I'm saying? So, only way you're going to be prepared for that fight is if you're in Israelite school, universal practical knowledge, getting that understanding, knowledge and wisdom that you need to fight the spiritual world that we're in.
Right.
I mean, that we can't see. And to fight the things that we can see. Do that.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord.
Despise not the chastening of the Lord, man. The Lord chastises you, man. Don't despise that. He's saving your life, man. He's stopping you from making the mistakes that you're trying to make. He's preparing you to be perfect. Don't despise that, go ahead.
Neither be weary of his correction.
Don't be weary of his correction. If you don't understand it, do it anyway, man. That's God. He know all things. He made all things, man. He ain't never wrong. Understand that? We wrong. He is never wrong. Whether you know why or what he want, do it anyway, man. If you don't like it, do it anyway. It's for your best interest, man. It's for you to come up in the game, man, with the Most High. So he can put you on high and not curse you. Read that one more time, man. My son.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction.
Don't worry about it, man. Don't be worried about nothing, man. Do what he say do. The Lord loves you, man.
All right.
Read 12.
Verse 12. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth.
From whom the Lord loves, man. He corrected. He loved Israel. Every black, Spanish, and Native American. We are his children. We are God's children. Not everybody. He ain't corrected the other nations. He didn't get his law to them. He gave it to us. He didn't give us religion. The other nations did. You need to realize the mistake that we make to make God our enemy, man. You want God to be your enemy to your enemy. The only way you're going to be that way is to keep his law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Read that again. 12.
For whom the Lord loveth, he corrected, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth.
I love you, man. He's a good father, man. He's going to chastise his kids when they doing wrong, man. Just like you would spank your kids if they did something wrong that would hurt them. God will spank you the same way, man. And he's doing it, man. With all these plagues out here, man. Corona, AIDS, cancer, all these diseases, man. It's punishments for the people that don't want to hark to the voice of the Lord thy God to observe and do all his commandments, man. All right. Read 13.
Verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
What?
Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
What is wisdom?
Knowing these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right, man. Wisdom is of the Lord, not of Caesar Borgia Christian Church.
Right.
Of the Muslim mosque and a damn rock. Of Buddha. Wisdom is of the Lord. Wisdom is the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. This is wisdom, man. This is your life, man. This is how you get a long life. Go ahead.
Verse 14.
Read 13 one more time.
Verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding.
You want to get wisdom out to understand. Israelite school,
Right.
Right.
I don't want to treat that in your Christian church, Muslim mosques, or any religion that the white man and any other nation gave you. Learn the right way to go in the world. Learn where is God. Study to show yourself approved, man. Stop loving the lie. Stop loving death and love life. Read 14.
Verse 14. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold.
Wisdom is more precious than fine gold, than silver, than any money that you think that is of value. Nothing is better than wisdom, man. People all over the world came to hear the wisdom of Solomon, man. Wisdom is a powerful thing. With wisdom, you can get all the money in the world, all the gold in the world. If you have wisdom, man, you can have anything you want if you have wisdom. That's what you're supposed to go for. That's what you're supposed to get on your knees and pray for. Not that car, house, money, a good Christmas. Pray for wisdom knowledge to understand from the Most High. How to serve Him. How to get that strength to fight these demons off of us, man. This is how we come up in the game. This is how you get put on high. Anything else is abomination. So I'm dying.
It's like, and that's so heavy what you're saying, because you can have all the money in the world, you feel me? You can't buy wisdom.
Right.
You got a lot of rich dummies out here, you see what I'm saying? Like, they got all the money in the world, you feel me? And it's like, they unhappy as hell, man. They hate their life, and they rich. But at the end of the day, you know, we poor, you see what I'm saying? But we got the wisdom of the Lord, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it makes us rich.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
It makes you happy, man.
Come on.
But when you got wisdom, man, it's better than money. I understand that fully because you can have, just for instance, look at Lil Wayne, man. When he was broke, he looked good, health and everything. That man got that money, man, he's deteriorated. He's ready to spend a thing in a minute. That's how he looks. Because, I mean, with money, too much money, anything can kill you if you ain't got the wisdom of the Most High. I mean, people kill themselves every day using drugs. You got money.
Come on.
OD. That ain't a smart thing to do, man. I mean, you got that wisdom of the Most High, man. That law will tell you can't get out. That law will love you, man. The law will tell you how to live, man. You live the best life you can live if you under the Most High. Keep it law telling you. 15. Proverbs 3, 15.
Okay. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 15. She is more precious than rubies.
Still talking about wisdom. In the world, we think money is everything. We kill, we live, we die for money, man. That's all we care about is money, man. God is letting you know that there's something out here more precious than money, man. Instead of wisdom. Correct?
And all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her.
See what I'm saying? Most High lets you know what's more important in this world, man.
Come.
The Bible is a blessing to the Israelites, man. We need to read it daily, man. Study this Bible, man. We won't make these mistakes.
Come.
We won't destroy ourselves, man. Damn shame, man. They say, want to keep something from a black man, put it in the Bible. Put it in the book. They should have said, put it in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? For real, it's the same, man. We just, you know what I mean? They trick us, man. It's that crafty counseling that they put on it. They put all the places to lead us away from this truth, man. We need to come back to the law of Texas. That's it. Read.
Verse 16. Length of days is in her right hand.
Length of days is in our right hand, man. Length of days. You know what I'm saying? Length of days is in our right hand. Meaning, if you had wisdom, you wouldn't pick that needle in your arm in your life, man. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't rob your brother and give yourself 20 to life. You wouldn't have to get the death penalty, man. You know what I'm saying? You got wisdom, you would keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and you wouldn't get wrong. You wouldn't get AIDS. These are punishments, man, the Most High put out here for us. People that don't want to keep it law, man. You need to realize the mistakes that we're making. If we stay asleep, like the demons and the blue-eyed devil want us to do, man, we are going to die. Just like they want. So you gotta wake up, man. This is how you protect yourself. This is how Job had a head of protection. You know what I'm saying? Because he kept the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So much that God called him perfect. The only reason he was perfect because he kept the law, statutes, and commandments. And when he did go through some things, he knew that this was not his fault.
Right.
He knew he was doing something right, but he knew God will have to be done, and he let it be done. You know what I'm saying? This is what we gotta realize, man. How to be perfect.
Right.
Where you at?
Verse 16. Proverbs 3 and 16.
Mm-hmm.
And in her left hand, riches and honor.
And her left hand, what?
Riches and honor.
Riches and honor, man. This is how you get rich, man. When you get that wisdom, you make the Most High happy, he gonna make you happy. He gonna give you something that's gonna kill you, though, if you ain't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So when you're ready for it, the Most High knows they get to you, man. You deserve it, you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we gotta worry about and focus on. Making the Most High happy, man. Showing the Most High love. And remember, the scripture says, to love him is to keep his commandments. So if we ain't keep his commandments, we hate him. And we make him our enemy. You know what I'm saying? And we destroy that thing. Drop that. Job 1 and 8 verse 5. Scripture church said you can't be perfect, man. Most High that you know. You can't. And too many people can do it, but we all can. You know what I mean? If we do, the Most High wants to do. Got that?
Come. Job chapter 1 verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? That there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feared.
That cut pretty trick right there, man.
Right.
And they say we can't be perfect.
Right.
Can't nobody be perfect but Christ.
Right.
Job ain't Christ. He's a regular man like me and you, man. But he loved God. How he loved God? Because he kept the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Loved him so much that God himself. What you think about Job? You know what I'm saying? He talked about Job, man. You do that to all of us, man. These demons gonna try all of us. What you think about Safari? What you think about Taliban? What you think about Nazis up? You know what I'm saying? What you think about the brother? What you think about this? What you think about that? You know what I mean? They gonna try us all. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We need to be strong, just like Job. This is why the Most High tried Job, and this is why the Most High let him try Job. And he knew Job was perfect, because he called him perfect. So he knew Job was gonna be a strong brother and hold it down, so that he can put this in the book for us to see how strong we have to be when these demons come on us. Everything in this book gives us is a lesson on how to live, man. But we don't pay attention to it, we make God our enemy. And we're gonna make these mistakes that he tells us not to make. Life's gonna be hard for us. We ain't gonna be put on high. Drop that. Luke 4:18. Every brother in the school, man, was making the same mistakes that the brothers in the world is making, man. We ain't saying we better than y'all, but we asking y'all to repent like we did, man. Realize the right way to go. Realize how to be happy, man. Living a life of being in the world is a sad life, man. You worried, you upset, you don't have no joy. And when you do have it, it's just for a short period of time. That's Satan give it to you, and you definitely take it away, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta realize that. You gotta know what God is working, man. What Satan is working, man. Every blessing ain't from the Most High. If you ain't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, Satan is blessing you too, man. He'll slide you to that mountaintop and offer you something just to take it away when the time comes.
Right.
You gotta understand it, man. We don't watch these scriptures, man. We destroy it. Like that. So remember, these scriptures are blessings to everybody. And his law is love, man. So let's keep it, man. Got that?
Come. Luke chapter 4, verse 18. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent.
Slow down. Say it again. What?
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon you, man, when you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Only then will the Spirit be on you. You know what I mean? And when the Spirit is on you, man, you are joyful, you're happy. You ain't worried. You can fight anything off. You'll know, I don't care what the situation is, but life is hitting you this hard. Instead of doing like a person in the world would do, cry, zap out, and end up killing themselves, you will give it to the Most High. It's out your hand, when you're in the truth. You understand that the Most High fight our battle, man. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the world, somebody kill your family member, you don't know why you hate, you mad. You rather go kill. But in the truth, man, we are taught to give it to the Most High.
And that's heavy in itself, you feel me? Because it's nothing like spooky and nothing like that, like saying the Spirit of the Lord. It's not nothing, like no kind of fantasy world. Like when you're going through something, man, you go and get counsel. You see what I'm saying? That's the Spirit of the Lord being on you.
Another thing the Lord got, that's like, but that's another thing that the Most High got for us, man. The brotherhood, man, we cancel each other, man. I mean, we speak to each other like the Lord speaks to us, man.
Come.
We don't speak of our own words, we speak of the Bible.
Come.
We love the Lord, we love our brothers, man. We need to come to the truth of, I mean, show each other how to live, man. And without the brotherhood in Isupk, man, we destroy it, man.
Come.
It's a sad thing about your family when they die, man. It's a hurtful thing to try to express this to a brother when you're on stage and they can't see it, man, because they're blind. It's a sad thing that we can't wake up out of sleep, man. Thank God for the brothers that do. I'm saying, Christ, right?
Because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor.
Preach the gospel to the poor, man. A preacher is a prophet, man. I don't work with prophets, man. We all preach the prophets in our school, man. You might not want to look at your brother as a preacher prophet because he was on a block last year that you saw the same drugs that you saw. But one thing is different, man. We repent, man. We do what the Bible says, man. You gotta learn to repent. You can do it too, brother. Since we all can do it. You gotta learn how to love the Most High. You gotta be serious about this thing, man. You gotta be fed up with the world, man.
He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives.
This is what the Isupk do, man. We are captives, man. We are in slavery, man. You're slave when you go to jail, you're still in slavery when you're out of jail, man. We are slaves, man. You go to a job every day, man, that's slavery, man. We are royalty, man. We're supposed to run things, man. We're supposed to be on top. Anything like that is slavery to us, man. We're chosen. We're told that we wasn't, but we are. You won't know that until you come to the truth, man. Understand what God got for you and want you to know, man. It's hidden from us. Go ahead.
And recovering of sight to the blind.
Recovery you in the world, you're blind that you're Israel. You're blind that you're God's chosen people. You're blind that you are the most important thing in this world. The most beautiful human in the world, man. And everybody else is spittle, man. You're blind to that fact. You love the white man, think he's better than you. So much that you think he is God. That's being blind, man. Go ahead.
To set at liberty them that are bruised.
We bruised. Crafty counsel that the white man put on us, man. We destroyed from that economics, man. Drop that, man. You know, Romans 10. And 14.
Romans chapter 10, verse 14.
You in a Christian church, man.
10 and 14.
You call on God, but God ain't dead, bro. You call on the wrong God. I told you Satan will bless you too. When you in religion, man, God ain't dead, man. That ain't God. I'm saying, you're not believing in God. You're believing in a false God, man. Caesar Borgia is not the Most High. Caesar Borgia is not Christ. Go ahead, read.
Romans chapter 10, verse 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
I haven't heard it one time. They don't teach you these scriptures in the Christian church. They don't teach you how to get salvation in the Christian church. Definitely not the Muslim laws. Nowhere. And then they go to school together and practice not where you get the truth. One more time, read it again.
Romans chapter 10, verse 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
How can you call on him of whom you ain't believe, man? You never seen, you never heard him. You don't know the law. You don't keep the law. So you're not showing love. You hate him. You need to understand the scriptures, man. Yeah, one time, bro.
Romans chapter 10, verse 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
You tell you the Bible, his laws ain't be done away with, man. If you don't believe that, you believe it. That's pork chop, man. Saying your laws done away with. That's not God. You haven't heard God, you heard the Christian preaching, man. You right?
Romans 10 and 14. And how shall they hear without a preacher?
That preacher that you listen to ain't a preacher. He's a false prophet that the Bible speaks of, man. Beware of false prophets. You know them by their works. They eat more crab or shrimp than you do. You sleep with other people's wives, man. You sucking the penis of babies, man. He is wicked and wicked can be, man. He is not a man of God. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And how shall they preach except they be sent?
Most High ain't sent a false prophet. The white man sent them, man, to teach you the opposite of what the Most High told you to learn. Go ahead.
As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things.
That's the Israelite school universal practice, man. Every officer, captain, you know what I'm saying, and general in our school, man.
Right.
Come.
You got some pretty feet. Some good people, man. You'll never find a good brother like you will find that you'll never find a brother who or sister here like you will find in the UK.
Is it a volume?
We don't want to come out of Christianity, man. Most I hate that, man. Mad about that. We don't want to come out of religion. We don't want to be put on high. We're so used to doing bad that we accept the curses, man. We love playing Russian roulette. Most I, he don't like that, man. He despises it, man. He is very upset about our spirit, not accepting his word, man. Read Proverbs 1:22. Got that?
Come. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Amen.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
So mad at you, man, call you simple, man. Being in the Christian church, man. Call you simple for being in the Muslim arms. Chasing behind a nation that ain't your own. Following gods that ain't even real. Read that again.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Because fools, man, we hate knowledge. Knowledge is the wisdom, is the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We hate that. We hate the fact that he tell you you can't get high. That he tell you, no, I don't want you to die. Put that down, man. I don't want it's gonna kill you. We hate the fact that he checking us with that, man. We hate the fact that he said, no, you can't eat pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp. I didn't make that for you to eat. I made that for something else, man. And they're gonna kill you if you eat it. We hate that. We hate that we can't be homosexual, man. And destroy God's holy way of life. We hate that we can't do that, man. We hate the good things that the Most High is trying to give us, man. Read that one more time, man.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scornings, and fools hate knowledge. Verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold.
Say it again.
Turn you at my reproof.
Turn away and let God correct you, man. Turn away and let him correct you. Go ahead.
Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
When you study to show yourself approved, when you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Most High do what?
I will pour out my spirit unto you.
Right, go ahead.
I will make known my words unto you.
So I'm saying, he will make known the words to you, man. You will know these scriptures back and forth, man. You will know when that's a demon doing his work. You will know that it's not a good thing to accept these drugs that the brother's trying to give you.
Hey, Salak, go on, say, speak up into the mic, low.
You will know that it's a bad thing to take these drugs that brother's trying to give you, man. You will know that it's a bad thing to whore your body for some money, man.
Right.
You will know that it's a bad thing to sleep with another brother's wife. Read that again from the title there.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
We won't be blind if the Most High pour out his spirit upon us, man. We'll know right from wrong. And we'll love the right things and hate the bad things, man. You must love the Most High's laws, man. They are a gift. one of the biggest gifts he ever gave us, man, was his love. It was not but pure love that he gave us, man. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused. I have
called and you refused, man. Every time you hear this truth, man, every time you walk past a brother, walk past the eyes, you be careful on the street and we speak this truth, and you go against it, man. You refuse it, man. You refuse the word of God, man. Every time you turn your back on what you want or what God told you to do, you refuse his love, man. Go ahead. Read it from the top again, 24.
Verse 24, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
He gave you everything you needed, man. He came to you. Every time you hear the truth, you turn it down, man. Every time you hear the true word of the Most High, and you don't do what he say, you turn it down, man. Every time you hear that the laws are not done away and you don't care about the law, you turn it down, the gift that the Most High gives you, man. You gotta stop hating the truth, man.
Right.
You gotta realize that we could brought out sin and we love it now. Now that the truth is coming out in these last days, the priests and prophets of the Most High, at the Isupk, we want to turn it down, man. We want to stay with sin. Everybody that can repent or can hear the words of the Most High is going to die, man. We're going to reach that death, man, but you didn't want. You need to wake up, man. Read.
Verse 25, but ye have, verse 25, but ye have set at naught all my counsel.
You didn't accept his counsel. You heard the brother speaking the truth and you out of the Bible, man, you turned it down. You didn't have an ear. You shut your eyes so that you would be blind and your ears that you wouldn't hear, man. Go ahead.
And would none of my reproof.
You didn't want to be corrected, man. You didn't want the Most High to correct you. Yeah, you didn't know it was wrong, but when you heard the word of the Most High, you knew it was wrong, then you didn't accept it, man, because you like doing it. I'm saying, I spoke for 20 years, man. I ain't gonna stop now. Gotta die someday. You know what I'm saying? That's what we say to ourselves, man. Until that day comes and you're on that bed and you suffer with that cancer, man. And you ain't just dying like you, I thought you were gonna die and you no, you suffered once. You know what I mean? You got that blood. You sick as a dog. You knew that you wasn't supposed to sleep with another brother's wife. You knew that you wasn't supposed to be a homosexual. You was a tough Tony. Now die someday, but now that you got it, the Most High said, he's gonna laugh at you in your calamity, man. It ain't a game, man. You can't play with the Most High, man. He hear every word you're saying. He know how you think. When you think it's gonna be an easy thing just to get out of here, man, it ain't gonna be that easy, man. You're gonna make you suffer. You might make you live 20 years of that age cycle, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand what we're doing out here and what we're dealing with, man. God ain't gonna play with it. Can't get over on, man.
Right.
Can't hear this word and turn it down. Gotta hearken to the voice and listen to him. It's the same God that kept the whole world and left 8 people to start it over. He is a man of war and nothing to be played with. Fear him and keep his commandments. That's the whole duty of man, man. Until we feel that way, we're gonna stay stubborn, man.
Right.
You need to wake up. Go ahead.
Verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity.
So you laugh at it. That was right there. I said that. Now I'm saying I was sure I forgot, but you gonna laugh at you when it's happening, man. You thought you was tough when you said, gotta die someday. You ain't scared.
Right.
You're tough. So you gonna laugh at you. When they hit the fan, man. Go ahead.
I will mock when
What?
I will mock.
I'm gonna joke you, man. Remember what you said?
I will mock.
Remember what you said? You tough. You think you tough. I'm sure you ain't tough. That's like told Pharaoh. I mean, the same way he did Pharaoh, he's gonna do us all like that, man. You try to kill the firstborn and everything, and that day, man, he ain't gonna play with you. Know how he gonna come at you. Don't play with him. Obey him. Something serious. Go ahead.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
It's gonna come. He hear every word, he know every thought. It's not to be played with. You right?
Verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destructives cometh as a whirlwind, when your distress and anguish cometh upon you.
All the bad things come on you, man, that you thought was gonna happen. The worst come on you, man. He gonna laugh at you, man. You thought you was a bad man, but you ain't, man. He gonna show you who tough is, man. He gonna show you who the power is. Go ahead.
Verse 28. Then shall they call upon me.
Oh, now the pain hit me. Lord! Oh, Lord! Help me, please. That's how they act. Help me, please. No, I ain't trying to hate you. I ain't ready, though. That's how you gonna do you, man. I ain't gonna ready, though. I won't. I ain't gonna ready, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? You was tough, man.
Right.
You was tough when I told you to chill out, man. Stop doing that, man. Stop sleeping with that brother's wife, man.
Right.
Oh, yeah, brother, that's just stuff, man. You was tough. Now that bug will crawl up in every vessel you got, man. Eat you up like a live wire, man. Real tough. Don't cry now. Take it like a soldier like you was when you said you gotta die someday. You gonna reap what you sow out here, man. You gonna realize your mistakes, man. When he punch you. Read that again.
I also will laugh at your calamity. Oh, Salaki. Verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation. Oh, Salaki. Verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destructive cometh as a whirlwind.
That's how it's gonna hit you in the world, man. Good grief. Don't turn around something bad. Good. Stop. Please help me. I'm sorry. That's how you're gonna do, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna cry, man. You're gonna break you down, man. You're gonna show you how tough you wasn't, man. You're gonna show you exactly what you did, man, when you ran him off and got tough and you gonna
Right.
This is the same God that killed 8 people. He ain't nothing to play with, man. You can't say God killed the whole world and 8 people to start over. He ain't nothing to play with, man. He is the precious God, man. You're the best thing when you keep his laws and commandments and show him love. Go ahead.
When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me.
Now you gonna come crying to the Lord, begging the Lord. You ain't tough no more. Go ahead.
But I will not answer.
I ain't trying to hit angry, dude. Don't call me now. That's how I'm gonna do, man. Turn his back on you, man. The only help you ever had in his life, man, he's gonna turn his back on you, man. And you gotta suffer like that soldier you claim to be.
Right.
You know, wish you never did that, man. You know, make you break the word, man.
Right.
Wake up. Love you. You don't want to do that to you, man. This is why he give you the law, statutes, and commandments. So he won't have to do that, man. That's why he said the whole duty of man is to fear me and keep my commandments. He tell you to fear him because these scriptures we just read, man. He's gonna take it to you, man. You never had it before. So fear him and keep his commandments and don't go through that trouble. Repent. That's all.
Come on, sir. No, it's so heavy because like we all understand that. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of people try to make it seem like the Lord evil. You see what I'm saying? But when we growing up and we ain't got this truth, our parents can tell us one thing, our fathers can tell us certain things, you know, but we still gonna do what we want to do. At some point, he gonna let us go and bump our head. You feel me? And then he realized that we got to go through it in order to really understand because he know us.
That's why he said, fools
Right.
We love being a fool, man. We love trying to do it our way. That comes from following behind this white man, man. I mean, 'cause he put it out there first. He prospered, why can't I?
Right.
That's what you think. That's why the devil let some things slide through the crack, man. He let some drug dealers make it to millionaires. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna let this one brother slide. That's gonna cost $100 million more to try to get where he got. Kill them all. That's his plan. Then
Right.
his job is to kill you, man. He's trying you, man, to kill you. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the story of Job, man. He said to the Most High, he took the head of protection off of him, man, and he appeared to keep the face. The head of protection came from keeping the law, such a commandments. He couldn't do nothing without the Most High permission. You know what I'm saying? Because that brother was keeping the law, statutes, commandments. God loved him, man, called him perfect. He loved the Most High by keeping his law, statutes, commandments. So that's what we gotta do. That's why the story's in a book, man. It's not a fairy tale book. It's not a feel-good book. It's a lesson, man. It's a lesson book for the children of Israel.
Right.
It's rules, man, how to get that good life that you're searching for, that you dream about. But it's work to get there, man. You're just not gonna get it easy, man. You think easy, man. We think easy, man. We gotta fight now to get anything we want. We gotta prove ourselves.
Right.
Ain't nothing free in this world with those out there. Y'all just playing games. Y'all gotta show me you deserve this gift I'm gonna give you. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing free. You wanna play a game, I'm gonna make you suffer.
Right.
Disrespect me, I'm gonna make you suffer, man. That's why we in America right now, man. Because we suffer. It's a punishment to be here. This ain't our land. We just got comfortable in here and trying to accept it. I mean, this is not our land. This ain't where we're supposed to be. This ain't that life we're supposed to live. We in slavery, man. We in captivity. You gotta realize that half of us don't even know that, man. We think, you know, this is where we're supposed to be at. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be. Yeah, I'm supposed to be broke. White man supposed to be over top of me getting money. Running the world. I'm supposed to be a slave. I'm supposed to be crazy. That's how bad things is for us out here, man. We don't even know who we are, man. We don't know our worth, man. We destroyed from a lack of knowledge, like the Bible says. Gotta wake up, man, out of sleep. Realize who we are, man. Know our worth, man. Know who God is and what to do, and how to do it. And get this money that God wants to get, man. Get this good life that God wants to live, man. What we doing is bad out here, man. We making ourselves be bad. Being hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? We the most stiff-necked people in the world. We the most hard-headed people in the world, man. We don't want to listen. You get a chance to any other nation, they just jump at it, man. Did anything they said, they praying 5 times to a false God. They wish they had a God like we got, man. Sad, man. We need to wake up, man. Appreciate the Most High, like you said, appreciate it, man. You right? You right? Right. There we go.
Verse 20.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 29. For that they hated knowledge.
They hate knowledge. You hate the Most High's knowledge, man. It's crazy. You better stay in that Christian church, and you know they're telling you lies because you're reading it for yourself. We all over the streets. We all four corners of the world spreading the truth. We got our faith camps that's spreading half of the truth. So you hate His word. You know what I'm saying? But you hate it because you was brought up saying you do what you want to do. So now you stand in Christianity so you can get away with doing what you want to do, man. You said, hell with that, man. I'm gonna serve this white guy. He's got to be homosexual. I ain't stopping that. You know, all this time. Gotta have some big. So we think that you're gonna stay with Christianity, even though you heard the truth when you walk past the ISUPK, man. We told you was wrong, man. You think you're gonna stay in Christianity and you're gonna be cool, man. You're gonna catch these curses from them all that, man.
Right.
You ain't just blessed, you're gonna die, man. In this world, man. With the world. Go ahead.
For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
We ain't choose the fear of the Lord. Like the Lord said, hold thee the man to fear me and keep my commandments. He said, I ain't gonna do it. I have my pork, I have my license, my strength. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do what I want to do. I gotta smoke. Love me some weed, man. I'm gonna smoke till I die. That's how we talk. No, you think it's gonna be that easy? Most High's gonna make you suffer now. He gonna laugh at you. He gonna make you go through that calamity that he told me. He gonna laugh at you, man. You ain't getting away with it that easy, bro. Know what I mean? It's gonna be a hard thing, man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be even harder for your kids to see you go out there, man. Your family members, your loved ones, man. So understand to listen to the Most High in every way. Go ahead.
Verse 30. They would none of my counsel.
You ain't want the counsel. You ain't want the counsel that you heard come out of preaching prophets of the Lord, man. I ain't like school university practical announcements. You ain't want the counsel of General Yohanan, General Hyman. All these preaching prophets that the Most High got out here spitting this truth to you, man. Call us cold. Think it's a game. You don't want to come to class. You don't want to pick down the grass. Go ahead.
They despised all my reproof.
Despise the Most High truth, man. That's a fool. That's the fool that the Most High is talking about when he said you hate knowledge, man. Go ahead.
Verse 31. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
You're gonna reap what you sow. Thanks again. Remember what you said? Y'all die someday. You said that right. You're gonna die, man. When I listen to the Most High. Go ahead.
And be filled with their own devices.
That's how it's gonna go, man. You're gonna be the one that kills yourself. You would have filled with the dope needle to be pumping your arm, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You would have filled that still that you keep sucking on, man. Go ahead.
Verse 32. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of the fools shall destroy them.
I'm going to die by knowledge of the Most High, man. Everything the Most High gives you is a blessing, man. Because you are his chosen. He ain't the one that's telling you to do wrong. It's the white man, these other nations, your flesh, the demon that's in you, where God is trying to save you, man, with these scriptures. We need to wake up, man. Time is near. Just like in the days of Noah, man. It's almost at the end. You never know what's coming. Go ahead.
Verse 33. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell. But whoso hearkeneth unto me,
whoever listens to me, go ahead,
shall dwell safely,
what?
And shall be quiet from fear of evil.
You ain't got to worry about it. You never gonna moan, cry, whimper, be upset of evil. You don't fear the police behind you. You don't turn to your brother and say, they behind us. Remember that last song? Because that's why you creep. You know what I'm saying? Where in the world, man? They practice that they pull us over. I ain't scared of that. I ain't scared of that nigga. You know what I mean? You know what the scriptures will say with that again?
But who?
That was the joke right there. The white man, you don't shut up, man. I hate with that, man. I ain't thinking about that nigga since 2007, 12, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worrying about that white man. He don't see me. Now, go ahead.
But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
Man, check this out, man. It's so powerful, yo. Check this out. I call him General, because I'm on Facebook scrolling. Ran to the General Swing House, man. Ran to the dogs and shot him off. You know what I'm saying? So I hit him up. Son, hope all is well. You know what he said? Shazam. He said Shazam. I hope all is well. I hope all is well with you, nigga. You better be keeping the law statutes, man. I gotta have a attack on you. You know what I mean? So I said, Shalak, I sir, my opinion, I don't know what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? It's like, you right, I don't know, I bust out laughing. You know? Man, I was going over my study that in my girl. I like writing to my girl. It's a beautiful thing, man. I'm trying to tell you. Yo, you know what I mean? You don't have no fear.
Come
you the Lord, my nigga, you know what I mean?
Right.
You got to have the protection that Job had, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't want nothing, we just waiting for the blessing.
Right.
What's next, Lord? Most high, right. You know what I mean? Let me get that up off. You know what I mean? That's how we feel, man, because we good people. We doing the Lord said do. Right. You confident when you doing the Lord said do. You confident that you ain't got a problem. That's why when Job said, oh, man, what the world? Oh, no. He ain't never cursed the Most High. He said, something going on, I don't know what's going on, but it'll be done, man. I ain't a whole lot to it, you know what I mean? Right. He ain't go out like no sucker, you know what I mean? Start, oh, no, Pastor, man, who built that building? I'm gonna kill him, man. He snap out, he ain't go hard, he ain't cussing God out, because everything go his way, he just sat back, you know what I mean? Many things this man was, we wasn't born, you know what I mean? You ask on himself, you know what I mean? But he ain't fall, man. Then it's testing us every day, man. When seeing things that we did in the world come back to us, that's Satan. That's Satan trying you, man. You know what I mean? That's Satan trying to say, I know you're the true thing, but I know what you like. Right. You love the fat ass. I'm gonna see if you're gonna go. You know what I mean? You love that smoke. You know what I'm saying? You love that blow. You know what I'm saying? That's the Most High for it. That's how whatever you love in the world, that's the Satan for it. Whatever you love in the world, you're gonna come back, you're gonna keep on trying, man. I'm gonna get the next 6 months out. I'm gonna come back, see how you doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the devil's saying to you, man. He's gonna try you, man. You know what I mean? We gotta understand when he's working, man. That's all. You know what I mean? We gotta be strong. We can't fall, man. We gotta be on point. We gotta teach our wives, man, this, man. We gotta teach our daughters this, man. You're going through that, man, because you're soft, man. The more he try you to solve, you think you is, man. It's like Job was a soldier. What's he to say? Take the head of protection, I can get that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. You take the head of protection off of him. I tear the fur off of him. You know what I mean? Most High would never call a perfect. Most High perfect. He don't make no mistakes. He don't call it ain't perfect. It ain't perfect. Right. Go ahead and do your thing. And when you fail, nigga, I'm gonna show. I just want to put it in the book, show my other little children how they supposed to carry when you try them again. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. That's what every story in the book about your lessons, man. That Bible was the best thing the Most High ever gave us, man. We need to realize that and love that, man. Right. It's a joyful thing, man. I was reading scriptures, man. I was looking for my studies, man. Reading scriptures, man. Getting goosebumps, man. The scripture's so good, man. Like, when I was teaching this now, I had to tighten up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel so good. That's around a shed a tear. You know what I mean? Because you know, you got that much faith in what you read. You know it's real. You know what I mean? This is 100, man. It's truly the best thing I ever had to work, man. I thank God for it, man.
Right.
Where you at?
That was it on that, sir.
I don't know where you at.
That was Proverbs 1:33.
Started at Proverbs
Only like 21.
20. Yeah,
Hey, Salaki, if you don't mind, could I pull a scripture to you, Brother Kasha? Romans 15:4, you feel me? Because it ties in everything you was just saying. Like, scripture say, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
What? Say it loud, man.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Our learning. Everything that was written aforetime in the Bible. 10, 20, 2,000, I don't care how many years it was, man. It was written for our learning, man.
Come.
It was written for us. Most High, even though it was Moses' time, it was for us. You know what I'm saying? It was for us that we were going to go into slavery, we were going to be done a certain way because we made these mistakes, man. We need to come up out of these mistakes that we're making and prove to the Most High that we ain't going to do it no more, man. We need to repent. Everything was for our learning, man.
Okay.
These scriptures are a blessing to the Israelites. Go ahead.
So like, and that goes for like the good, bad, and the ugly. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see a brother mess up in the scripture, it was written so that you don't make that same mistake.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? That's what the Lord is doing.
That's a mistake. That's the thing I was teaching my real not too long ago. We need to, as deserve everything.
Come.
I mean, you will see, once you do what the Most High say you in this Bible, like, to observe all His commandments. I mean, when you study this book, and you see things happen in life, you know what's going, you can figure it out. You can look at a movie and see what the man was thinking when he made this movie. You know what I mean? That's how powerful it is. When you observe things, man, you can't, we was sleep. And that's why the white man wanted to be strong on drugs and zombie fire, so we was be dumb, not thinking right, slipping all day and all night, so they can pour that crap and cancer on us, so we can make the mistakes that we make. But if we stay strong and do what the Most High do by being sober, you know what I'm saying, and doing what the Most High said do, we will see all things, we will observe all things, nothing will slide past the practice. We the greatest people in the world.
Right.
We the world, the most smartest people in the world, most powerful people in the world. So when we use everything we got to conquer. You know what I'm saying? And all we need is the Most High and to follow Him, and we will be glorious in everything we do. It's a blessing.
And I was thinking about the story of Job, what you were just saying, like, you know, for every brother, you know, you wanna rock it like Job. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't curse the Lord, you know, even when you're going through something. You see what I'm saying? Like, just know that it's a test. You
Right.
feel me? But for every sister too, you see what Job wife did.
Say that again, man. I'm just telling you, talking. You sound just like me, man. I was just talking about people like that. You sound just like me. I mean, we come from the same cloth, man.
Come,
brothers, man. Even if you think we ain't come from the same cloth, you come to school, you will be cut from that cloth.
sir.
You know what I mean? We all learn the truth. There ain't no nothing. It's not a second truth. It's only the truth. The Most High did. We all learn that. We all on the same page, man.
Come, sir.
Say that one time.
Yeah, for all the sisters, man, like you see the mistake the sister Job wife made when she told him to curse the Lord. You see what I'm saying? That's she did it because she felt weak.
Demon jumped on her.
Demon jumped.
Trying to get Job before her.
Come.
Oh, my girl. You know they let a woman.
Come.
They let her with the vessel. He said, I'm gonna see if I can do what I did in God. You know what I mean?
Come.
So he jumped on her. Joe, like, what he said? You don't shut the he got on, you know what I mean? Shut it down, like, you know what I mean? In these words today. Please, I ain't going, are you crazy? I ain't doing that, you know what I mean? You got your red right. Crazy, man. That's why I wasn't in that truth, man. When I read the Bible, when I first started reading the Bible, I didn't try to read the Bible from the beginning, man. I just cracked on whatever the damn read. And I did that with Job, the story of Job was that. I understood it then. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? I understood a lot of it anyway. Like, the main thing I got from the Bible was that I know about what you just said about what I just said, how the demon jumped on her.
Come.
But what I did get out of that story was that, damn, this brother perfect. I said, man, hold on, I'm a Christian. I was a Christian, full-fledged Christian, brought up in church, on a choir, chewing gum, singing at the same time, technically, you know what I mean? And I literally knew that they said that you can't be perfect. And when I saw this in the Bible, I was amazed, like, damn, he was perfect, Job, man. I was so proud of Job, man, and I love that brother, man. He held it down. I read the story, man, and it was out of NIV, you know what I mean? So I could understand, but I couldn't understand about it. Most time, he knew what I needed, and he knew he was going to put the truth later on, so he let me grab that book. My brother came with clear sky, said, my son, spirit told me to read this. I wasn't reading like that. And I couldn't read the Bible back then because thou shalt not, in the way it taught. I didn't understand it was twisted. I ain't had nobody teach me but myself. So once I gave it NIV, and I understood the Bible enough to get that piece off of it. And when I came home, my brother showed me the mistakes I was making by reading NIV. I mean, showed me that the NIV is leading me astray from what the Bible says. Making me turn to the color of Christ. It ain't in the NIV. They don't tell you that. It's trying to shine his silver, whatever it said. They ain't say he was a black man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't read that book no more. Glad we got that out of the way now. I'm gonna jump to this. So once I read the straight away, he damn sure did. He got me to the level right now.
Right.
I'm hoping that I get more. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Who was that? You finished that?
Come on.
All right, let me get on. Isaiah 14:22.
Isaiah. Come on.
What's it again?
Isaiah 14:22, sir.
You gotta realize that we keep these laws as commands. We make God proud, man. That's the only way we show love. When we break His commandments, man, we make them the enemy. You know, Isaiah 22:17. When we keep these laws, man, He'll fight our battles and all, man. That's why the general said, Shazam. Sharing the people. I'm on my grade now. I'm doing my thing.
Right.
I'm a general. You talk to, you know what I mean? That's a lie. You know what I mean?
Right.
I understand instantly what he said, you know what I mean? About the feel that he had, you know what I mean? And he asked me, are you all right? You know what I mean? I said, come on. I said, damn right, sir. You know what I mean? I'm on my grade too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to watch my police myself every day, make sure I'm 100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We do that, man. We bless him. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 22, verse 17. Behold, the Lord will carry thee away with a mighty captivity, and will surely cover thee. Verse 18. He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country.
Well, we ain't keeping His laws, that's commandments, man. This is the things that the Most High do. This is the enemy that He become to you when you break His laws, man. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is just a coincidence. Or damn, I got caught, white man caught me. But he wouldn't have caught me if I would have did this or would have did no. The Most High, He do all things, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture said before, when I kill, I make alive, I heal and I wound. Did we look at that scripture?
No.
We hear that one?
Right.
Go ahead.
There,
You gotta get that.
come on. There shalt thou die, and there the chariots of thy glory shall be the shame of thy Lord's house.
Say it one time.
Isaiah chapter 22, verse 18. He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country.
That's what He do to us, man. He does us, man. He give His Son to us, man. We make mistakes constantly, man. We don't care about it. Especially if you in His truth, man, and you hear the word of God, you know the understanding of God, and you turn your back on Him, man. You know what I'm saying? You might not even get a chance to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how serious He is, man. He's nothing to be played with. We gotta stop taking Him lightly. They're a joke. I mean, stop shooting yourself over the Most High. God said, don't love nothing more than Him. Not your kids, your mother, your father, not even you. love nothing more than the Most High, man. He is the greatest, man. You know that?
Come.
Yeah.
There shalt thou die, and there the chariots of thy glory shall be the shame of the Lord's house.
You got to be hard to the voice of the Lord, thank God. That's right. That's right. Galatians. What's the scripture actually you're trying to find?
You talking about where you say, I kill, I make alive?
Yeah.
I think that's in Deuteronomy, ain't it? I think it's Deuteronomy 32.
Yeah, 32, 39, right?
Come, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39.
So, you know what the Most High say, man. You blessed. You ain't scared. You ain't worried. Ain't nothing that can happen in this world that you can't give to God. And when your God's on your side, you know the right things, man. You're confident that you're going to be okay no matter what the results turn out to be. You're good. I mean, it might not be what you want, but you still will hold strong. That you will be just like Job was, man. It's going to be all right. That's how you would think about any situation. You know what I'm saying? There's something going through your life, and you and your girl together, leave something, put out whatever. Girl panicking, you tell your girl, chill, man. It's going to be good. We're good. And I did that, man. And the situation with my girl, like, I want to applaud me for being so strong while she was so weak. Because I had faith in the Most High that we doing the right thing and everything's going to work out, man. I mean, so when you're doing good, man, you're blessed with strength. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I.
Galatians 5:22.
Oh, you want Galatians? It's like Galatians 5:22. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love.
What?
But the fruit of the Spirit is love.
When you're in the Spirit, man, everything goes good, man. You don't got no worries, man. Ain't nothing to worry about. I mean, go ahead.
Joy.
Say what?
Joy.
Go ahead.
Peace.
You ain't wicked on them. You ain't wicked on them. You know, be with somebody, especially like real. Everything going good, like for y'all have a ball, shine, laugh, dance, whatever. And the next day she wake up and her spirit so messed up that they say, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You know what I'm saying?
God, oh
Man,
God.
you ain't woke up on the wrong side of the bed, man. You got a demon on you, man.
Right.
Check yourself.
Right.
Something you ain't doing right, or you being tried.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. We gotta realize that demons are real.
Right.
It ain't a game. You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand that even if it is on you, man, you gotta fight it.
Right.
A demon was Job. Job was perfect. So if you want a perfect nigga, you know you want everybody. You know what I'm saying?
God, oh God.
Yeah, so don't claim don't get a demon what he wants because a demon's job is to kill you. If a before he kill you, he got to get you in your feelings.
Right.
He got to get you mad. When you jump on that roof, you don't jump on that roof with habit.
Right.
He got to get you upset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got to get you mad. He got to toss you, turn you. He got to treat you like a ball. You know what I'm saying? Like most
Right.
guys say. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand what's happened to us. And we would never understand that if we don't come to the Israelite school or universal practice and all the commandments in our heart.
Right.
Learn this truth, man. And learn these breakdowns in the Bible. It's basically an instruction on how to live a good life, how to fight a good fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing, man. Go ahead, read.
Long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith.
All that is when you in this word, man. You get all that blessings, man. Read that one more time.
But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
Most High love us, man. He blesses you with all these strengths and blessings, man. So you do these damn things the right way, man.
Right.
And with that, we did my school of universal practice knowledge, man. Going out of Long West, 125th Street, Hall, New York, uncommanded down in harm. We ensure the blacks is man and the truth of the Bible, man, that we are royalty in this world. And the beauty of man is to fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Islam, man. I'm trying to class over the preach and prophet, besides by officer of 1,000 in the truth. Strong man, man. Strong.
Security announcements. With Isupk Bmore out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18, verse 21, and Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced Mayashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. Keep in touch with your the leader of your city. You know what I mean, in regards to Passover, you understand? December 9th, we will be having the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, you understand? At sunset, December the 9th, you understand? Remind Akim and Aquakim to check on social media such as Isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for Isupk events and materials. If a brother wants to become a trooper in the school, then he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, or scarf. And with that, we're going to give a one courtesy salute to the teacher. May the events rather minor. Mighty Shabbat, Mighty Barak.
How about Shabbat Shabbat?
How about Shabbat Shabbat?
None of the time, class dismissed.
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynch is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Lynch and I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
No affiliation, why they thinking this ain't for debating? We the real, really imitation. I be contemplating why this ain't no like heavy rotation on radio stations. I just pray the Lord give me patience, cause I'm running through these rappers like my name was debating. Shitting on these rappers, 9 to 5 is my occupation. Raw, you come in with your best troops, you best bring more. Already told you I got the juice like a Winthor. Already know what I'm about to do, bet your men fall. Everyone know that we got the truth, all your men fall. So the boss, overtaking our enemies. Moves calculated and orchestrated like symphonies. Smooth operated, but bringing haters to misery. Top 5 list ain't
what you mean. Yeah. That's why we don't associate. Fuck niggas, make them more fuck niggas. Why they procreate? Why they overhate? Cause they time is short and the moment late. Let it culminate to they heart erase and it perpetrate. Time will perpetrate like they little group is respectable. Talking intellectual, all of you homosexuals, faggots.
There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat your
I don't wanna congregate, I don't wanna deal with you. I don't wanna fellowship, I ain't trying to build with you. Ain't cause you can fake, ain't the truth, keep it real with you. Defenders of the faith, I got no problem bumping heads with you. All that bullshit, you can take it over there with you. You rather be a houseboy, I can run with them field niggas, show them to put in work. Move mountain, crush heads, nigga, take a dead soul. Breathe life and make it live, nigga. No affiliation, so it's no one to compare with us. Took the Lord's laws and just added it with fear, nigga. Ain't for the body, cause you know like killing head quicker. With these bars, I'm on my grizzly, so bear witness. You spit cold, I spit flu, don't compare sickness. You floss diamond, I floss springs, don't compare dentists. You PK, we men of war, shit, we ain't Christian. Harm one of us, get pistol whipped like the gun got a belt with it. I'm bred different, the competition just a mill, I'm fed different. I stood front line on them fields, I bled different. I'd rather be a corpse than a cow, I'm led different. Shit, I'm led different, come through like a juggernaut, so don't get in the way. And we take everything serious, we don't play. I wonder now what they gon' say. Shit, we make profits out of shoes like the NBA. You get slayed for